What is going on, everyone? Today for this video we are going to be making some snacks, some healthy snacks or energy snacks, protein snacks. And we have two recipes. We have a protein bar sort of thing and an energy ball. So without further ado, let's get started with our first recipe. Let's go. Alright, let's get started with making some snacks. So we're going to start off with a peanut butter chocolate protein bar. Let's get out all our ingredients that we need. Basically all our ingredients here: chickpeas, baking soda, peanuts, dark chocolate bits, maple syrup, vanilla extract, and some flour. First off, let's preheat the oven. Let's get that going in the background. Alright, so we're going to get our chickpeas. And we are just going to drain the liquid from the chickpeas, but we're going to reserve the liquid. We're going to keep it and we're going to be using it. Our trusty food processor, and we're just going to be draining it into here. Okay, that's chickpeas drained and the liquid reserved in here. And we are just going to froth this up. So simply, easily, just using our reserved liquid and just making it nice and thick and foamy. I don't know if it's not showing off as much as it was last time. Maybe we're gonna do it more, I can't remember. Well, it's definitely thick, but it's not as foamy as I have done this recipe before. Oh well, we'll just leave it at that. Look how thick it is. Oh my gosh, maybe I did it too much. Anywho, we shall carry on. Alright, so next in, we are gonna chuck in our rest of our wet ingredients into here. So our chickpeas, then we are gonna be adding in a third of a cup of maple syrup. Sounds like a lot. A teaspoon of vanilla extract. Oh, one thing I forgot to get out is peanut butter. Of course, it's a peanut butter and chickpea taking my bottle, and I forgot to bring out the peanut butter. So just some smooth and creamy peanut butter. A third of a cup of this bad boy. Yeah, that's basically it. No, we'll just add in a little bit extra, because extra peanut butter never hurt anyone. I don't think. Unless you're allergic to peanut butter, and then any extra peanut butter will hurt you. Yeah, so the last ingredients we are going to be adding is 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. I am just going to squeeze the rest of this oil in. And that should be about right. And then we are just going to mix this all together until smooth. I've just read the recipe, and yeah, we weren't meant to put in the foamy stuff. Was meant to keep to the side. We weren't meant to add it to the same thing as the rest of it, and I've already fucked up. That's okay, we'll see how this goes. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so that's kind of smooth. Anyway, moving on. We'll just leave that to the side. So yeah, what you're meant to have done is make the foamy mixture, set aside, and then then make the other mixture in another container. But I didn't do that because I'm silly. So we're going to add all of our liquid mixture into a bowl. Then to this bowl we are going to be adding in 3/4 of a cup of flour. So this is a half, so we'll just do half one of these full cups and then a half of one of these cups. So, and a teaspoon of baking powder, which we're just going to sprinkle on top. So I'm sure that'll be fine, because I've already fucked it up anyway. Now get our plastic spatula and we just mix it in nice and softly. I think we weren't meant to overmix the foamy liquid, and I think I did that anyway. So we shall see how this turns out. Alright, so that's kind of well incorporated. We're just going to leave that there. And next thing we're going to do is cut up get some chopped up peanut butter. Oh no, not peanut. Some chopped up peanuts and our chocolate bits, and sprinkle some of that in there and mix that in as well. And then we're basically ready to chuck in the oven. We are going to be adding in 3/4 of a cup of chocolate bits, chocolate chips. Whatever you want. Always go for the dark chocolate ones, because dark chocolate is the most superior chocolate. Okay, that's half a cup. Yeah, it's basically 3/4. and then half a cup of coarsely chopped up peanuts. Alright, that's some half a cup of coarsely chopped up peanuts. So add this in as well. Now we just gently fold this in. Things pretty well mixed in. We will grab our tray, spray with some cooking spray, and then we just pour it in. Now I would like to have a bit of a smaller tray, but it is what it is. This is the smallest tray that we have. Now we just kind of smooth it and make it nice and even across the whole tray. And this will actually make it quite thin, which is why having a bit more of a smaller tray would have been a bit nicer. But you got to use what you have available. Sometimes you just don't have the perfect equipment. So but yeah, we'll see how this turns out, considering I kind of mucked up the foamy part of it. But yeah, chickpea, great source of protein. Although I think it does make me a bit flatulent, so I live by myself, so it's not that big a deal. Alright, that looks nice and kind of flat, even. Now we just cook this for 1 hour until golden brown. Very simple, just chuck it in. So yeah, in 1 hour we should have our baked peanut butter chocolate chip protein bars. And after that you let it cool down, because yeah, you could let it cool down and then you can kind of chop it up into equal sized pieces. That's the aim. So yeah, see you when it's all nice and cooked. Alright, it's been about an hour and it's looking pretty good, so let's bring it out. Look at that. So yeah, now we just have to wait for it to cool down. Should cool down quite quickly, it's quite cold in here. And then once it's cooled down fully, we would then cut up into equal pieces. Alright, so it's cooled down now. I guess we will just cut it up from here and try and scoop it out. We have a trusty ruler, so we can try and get it into equal pieces. I don't know how well this worked. Oh well, it's gonna be not super accurate, but more accurate than last time. If I can get one out, then that just makes it easier. There we go. Look at that. Easy peasy. So not gonna be super equal, but better than nothing. We have our chickpea chocolate peanut butter protein bar. Look at that. Let's give it. I won't show a face for this one, but so yeah, packed with the chickpea protein, the energy from the nuts, and the sweetness from the dark chocolate. Pretty good. Onwards to the next one. All right, so we have made our protein energy bar thingies. Now let's make some bars. Let's make some energy balls. So let's get out our ingredients. So here we have our ingredients. We got some chia, we got pitted dates, shredded coconut, we have almonds and cashew nuts. So an orange. This is actually really simple. This is a recipe from Pro Home Cooks, one of my favorite YouTube channels regarding cooking and stuff like that. And this is some energy balls he made. So I think we'll start. This is going to be, obviously I'm just going to follow his recipe, but I feel like you can really change it up with whatever. You can add whatever dates or whatever nuts. Yeah. So, very simple. We are going to, I'm using our trusty food processor. We're adding 7 to 10 pitted dates. Then we are going to be doing half a cup of cashews, half a cup of almonds, half a cup of shredded coconut or coconut flakes. That's what the recipe says, to use coconut flakes, but I couldn't find any anywhere, so shredded coconut will be just fine. A bit of chia seeds, 1/8 of a cup, but I'm just going to pour this in. Yeah, that seems good. Oh, actually one more thing, some orange zest. I don't know how much orange zest we need. There we go, an amount of orange zest. I'll get it. We'll get a bit more. And so the idea is that this will all kind of get processed together into a nice even sizings, I suppose. That's the best way to put it. And then we're going to use a bit of orange juice. We'll just cut a wedge, put it in, and that will hold it together. So let's give this a go, shall we? And let's mix. Yeah, that looks like that. That looks pretty much what we want, I think. Some good sizings there. Bit of texture. We'll just give it a bit more of a... Now, let's grab our... Let's cut a little wedge. Cool, a little wedge, and then we are just gonna chuck some of this juiciness in. And this should make it kind of be able to be formed a bit easier and stick together. If not, I can get another wedge and we could keep trying that. All right, let's give this a go. There we go. I think that's what we're after. So it's a bit more formed, a bit more sticky. We just make it into balls. Man, this probably should have my space a bit more cleaned up, but that's okay. Like so. So these are forming quite nicely, to be honest. And there we have it. We have our energy balls, which can just be put into a tub and straight into the fridge. I do want to try one of them though. What's the smallest one? Let's give it a go. It's not too sweet. It's got a bit of zestiness from the orange. That sweetness from the pitted dates. And then just a crunchiness and the kind of nuttiness that you'd expect from the almonds and cashews. Nice little energy ball. Pure energy. No idea what the best container for these are, but this should work fine. There we go. A nice another snack for me to eat. Perfect. Now time to clean up. And there we have it. We have our two snacks, which are quite simple to make. Obviously the baking of the protein chickpea bar takes a little bit longer, but the energy ball is super easy, super quick. And you know, some healthy snacks just to get you that little bit of a punch that you need for the afternoon, or you need that little bit of extra energy or protein. Perfect. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Please subscribe and do all that fun stuff if you like these videos, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.